Hi all. The second part of the 67th series of SKIBIDI Toilet is here. Many said that it was unlikely to come out due to strikes on the Defuk Boom channel, but nevertheless, it was born. As I predicted in the last video, this will be an epic battle between the Titans and SKIBIDI, the scientist. But you won't believe who will appear here. To be honest, I didn't expect to see him myself. Watch the video to the end so you don't miss any details. The second part begins from the end of the first part, no matter how strange it may seem. Still the same smile of the SKIBIDI scientist and the same gesture of the camera of the Titan. In the last part, the Titan speaker loaded his gun before the start of the battle, and as we see, for good reason. He is the first to attack and fires his hand cannon at the scientist. He, in turn, responded with a laser strike from his eye. Next, the titanium camera tries to attack the scientist, but it doesn't work out for him either, and he gets hit from the eye, and then the scientist throws him away altogether. This scientist is incredibly strong and can easily fight two Titans at the same time. After the Man-Titan's camera was thrown away, the speaker Man-Titan attacked the scientist's SKIBIDI from behind, trying to disarm his cannon on his face. He most likely succeeds, since we can see energy around this weapon, which means that it is disabled. SKIBIDI the scientist throws it away and fires a poison cannon. We saw a similar one at the toilet in a hat from the first part. The titanium chamber is protected from this blow, but is deprived of weapons to fight the scientist. I think that this was his favorite gun, after which he becomes furious and turns his power to maximum. He fires a laser from the core, which kills the scientist's poison cannon. As far as I remember, this is the first time he uses his core to attack. If this is not so, write in the comments if he did it and in what episode. His laser is transferred to the face of the scientist, who does not like it and takes out his laser and burns out the core of the titanium speaker. The Titan explodes and is thrown back. Is he really dead and can't come back? Cameraman Titan decided to stand up for his brother. With his hand, he cuts off the scientist's laser cannon, after which the SKIBIDI scientist stuns him. It would seem that everything was lost, but no. This is where Van Zoutman comes to the rescue. He blows up the scientist's cannon. This seems to be the second such acid cannon, and does good damage to him. The scientist tries to stun him, but it doesn't seem to work. He aims his laser at Mena's Van Zoot, after which he bursts into flames and falls. I didn't even try to hit the plunger. Is a laser really such a powerful weapon? I think he is alive and just recovering from the damage he received. Cameraman Titan again tries to attack the scientist from the side. This time he succeeds and blows up that pesky laser. Suddenly, G-Man appears here. Yes, he is alive. And yes, I was right in previous episodes that it was a copy of him. In fact, the scientist improved it, and now G-Man became a titanium. His armor was much better than before. There are also more jetpacks, as many as 4. It looks like he has a lot of power. Well, let's check out his fashionable black glasses. G-Man immediately turns on his power and directs it into the titanium's chamber. He falls from such a blow. It is difficult to resist two such strong villains, and even alone. We can see that the SKIBIDI scientist takes his hand out of his mouth and tears some part out of the Titan's eye. It's most likely a lens or something similar, but it definitely protects from the light of TV screens. Immediately, a television appears from the scientist's SKIBIDI speakers and begins to hypnotize the Titan's camera. This TV may have belonged to TV Man Titan, but it is unlikely to have been the work of the scientist himself. But then the question arises where the scientist and G-Man got the core and the TV. If the TV can still be explained by what they stole, then the core is difficult to explain. It's a bit like the Titans. By the way, the sign on the TV is SKIBIDI. Perhaps the scientist simply attached it so that everyone would think that it was his development. My camera puts on protection against hypnosis so that I can continue to watch what happens next. Then the camera shows me a Titan under hypnosis, trying to saw off his head. I think that some people thought that he had already sawed it off, but I think it was unlikely, since this is not visible here. but only the effect of the explosion is visible. And this is where the series ends. Titan is unlikely to die in this next episode. I think there will be another part. This ending doesn't really feel like the end of an episode, but more like the end of a part. Still, I think that TV Men Titan will appear in the next part, as many people, including me, are waiting for. Thanks for going through this part with me. Subscribe to the channel and hit the likes so as not to forget about me. See you in the next episode.